we are back.
Welcome to the Gary and Mark Show. I'm Gary.
And I am Mark.
And we're coming to you not live, but we're alive.
We are alive, and it's a good thing to be alive.
Yes, it is.
And we are back here once more at Saluda Outfitters.
At Big Eddy's Green River Tap Room.
You're close. Okay, I'm looking over at the
Green
t-shirts.
Eddy.
It's Green River Eddy's Tap Room.
Okay.
It's okay, Gary.
It's okay.
And we just, as a reminder to our listeners, we have just started having a half of a beer. So
That's right.
It's the old people in us talking. So we have really come a long way since we got started a few weeks or months ago.
Yeah.
And we've got some shout outs.
We do. We have listeners who responded.
Listeners. We have real listeners. So I want to give a shout out to Danny M. And he heard our podcast. I think he hears all of them, but the one about our early beer experiences, I think that was episode 8. And he remembered the Buckeye in Chapel Hill and said he had a lot of fond memories of that place. And Howard and I were talking about that. And Danny M. said, and there were some memories you probably forgot by the next day, but
probably just as well.
Just as well. And then we got some more too.
Okay, we want to shout out here to Kim J.
I remember that name.
Oh, yeah. Well, she ordered a Rabbit Island decal.
And she's the first one.
Yes, the very first one.
And I hope it's on her car now.
Me too.
Because we want to post those pictures of people with their Rabbit Island decals on their cars.
Yes, we do have, we're waiting to get a picture of one from John M. out in Lander, Wyoming.
Wow, Lander, Wyoming.
Yeah.
And we have other shout-outs, too. We are getting them by the dozens.
Well, Kathleen G. made a comment about our sticker because the RI, she said that stands for Rhode Island.
I remember that.
And she's from Rhode Island.
And I mentioned something about that it stood for Rabbit Island because there probably weren't any rabbits in Rhode Island.
Yeah, that Rabbit Island's got rabbits and Rhode Island's got roads. But she said, oh, yeah, Rhode Island's got rabbits.
And she actually very thoughtfully sent us a link telling us the two kinds of rabbits that live in Rhode Island.
And we will get our reliable research crew,
That's right,
manned by Howard, who couldn't be with us today, to check out.
But he's looking up the rabbits in Rhode Island, I think.
That's what he's doing right now.
It's a good thing, too.
Yeah.
So one more shout out for this show. And heard from a guy named Ben P. And Ben says, and I quote, "Love your show. The Prairie Home Companion has nothing on you guys. Having lived in NM, that's New Mexico, another state, now for 15 years, but still missing a lot about my home state of North Carolina. You two keep me connected to my roots. Keep up the good work and have a beer for me, Ben P." So we are, Ben, having a beer to you. That's our toast.
Yeah, here's to Ben.
All right. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah.
All right, so we are here for our next episode, and we think this is number 10, but we never know. We kind of mix them up. And we have some big news again. We always seem to have big news.
More exciting news, Mark. The news just keeps on coming, and because of such a demand.
It has been a big demand.
Yeah, people say, gosh, we want to learn your tricks of the trade.
You would think they wouldn't even trust us, but boy, are they knocking on our doors.
Where's
Where's Howard with our sound effects? Knock, knock, I think he said last time. They are knocking on our doors.
And so because of this demand, we want to take this time to say we're now rolling out.
We are rolling out
the Gary and Mark, what's it say? Oh, there it is. Podcasting University.
I'm telling you. And we do nothing second class.
No.
We go all out. And the Gary and Mark University is going to be available to you via our website, correspondence course. Don't have to do a whole lot.
No.
Because we haven't.
Right.
But we've learned a lot.
We have.
Yeah, the big shows have nothing on us.
Yeah, let's talk.
Except maybe millions of listeners, but
we're trending that way.
We are. We get more every single day.
And let's talk about the degrees we're going to
Yeah,
offer.
what can you get from the Gary and Mark Podcasting University?
Well, there's a BS degree.
And BS, that would stand for a bachelor's
Bachelor of Science.
science. Mm-hmm. Okay, because for a minute I thought you meant something else, but BS in this case. And
the BS.
podcasting is a science.
It is. And let's break that down. Bachelor. Yeah, that's just what it's called. You don't really have to be a bachelor.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
No,
because when I started college, I was a bachelor, and I thought that's the only degree I could get.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be a bachelor. You could be married. You could be wedded, divorced, single, separated, in a relationship,
All right.
not sure.
So we're
No,
saying people
bachelor.
can sign up
Yeah,
for our course.
anybody can.
And receive this degree.
Yes.
And if they work hard with honors
and with the money.
and with the money,
send us the money.
that's an important part of it.
Yeah.
And it's they're going to be impressed with their new diploma,
Yeah.
which they can hang on their wall and start their own podcast.
Right. And we've talked about the B in the
Yep.
BS.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about the S.
Got some ideas what that stands
Yeah.
for, but what would that be in this case?
That stands for science.
Science.
This is, science. This is serious stuff.
Well, it is.
It
I mean,
is.
we're plugged into electricity right
We
now. We
are.
could get shocked with water or the beer
Sure.
over here, and so is it serious? We got to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we went up from the last time. We bought real mics this time, so
Yeah.
hopefully you can hear us better.
Yeah.
So it is a science, a BS degree. I like that.
Science, but we don't want to scare people off. They hear science, they go, "Uh-oh."
That's true.
You aren't going to be required to learn the periodic table of elements.
That's good.
No.
And in fact, you probably aren't required to learn much of anything if you send in that money, but
Right.
that's up to you. So, and down the road, okay, if people get really into this, will there be any advanced
Well, we
degrees?
talked about
We are at university, we're not just college.
that's right, an MBS.
MBS.
Yeah,
what
you're
would
the
that-
masters, but it's kind of nicknamed more BS.
More BS. That's
Yeah.
easier to remember than
Yeah,
master.
and
one
it's a
less
master's.
syllable. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I guess if there's any just super achievers out there, they
Well, ultimately, those that want to go for a doctorate, a PhD, if you will, I think we TBS, which would be like total BS.
I like that degree.
Uh-huh.
That sounds much more distinguished
Yeah.
than like PhD or DED or
Yeah.
something like that. So that's TBS.
Total, yes, yeah.
Total BS.
Yes.
I like that degree.
Yeah.
And that will be coming as we have a demand for it. Our student
Sure.
enrollment grows.
Well, we have to start at the beginning.
We do, and it's fall almost, but it's time for people to sign up for school. So how could they sign up for our course? Gary?
That's a good question. Do they go to our website?
They should go to our
Go to
website,
our website,
which is GaryandMark.com.
GaryandMark.com.
And look for either the tab for store merch or I think the one called Gary and Mark University. I think that's
Gary
probably-
and Mark University.
Yeah, we may shorten that to GMU or something, but
Ooh, that'd look good on a sweatshirt.
that would look very good. People might think of George Mason University, but that's like Rabbit Island and Rhode Island.
Yeah.
You got to just live with it.
And I think people are probably wondering about the content. So I think we should talk to them so they know exactly what they're going to get.
So what will they get?
Well, Howard in our content team,
He is on every team. we
they
have.
are they are working night and day trying to come up with a curriculum, or is it curricula?
We'll go with either one.
They're
Sounds Latin. Sounds official.
So because you want substance.
We do.
And so let's talk about, let's talk about what's really important. Let's talk about the design of the diploma.
That's probably more important than the course content, actually.
Well, Howard and the design team,
You know what? He is busy.
They're-
That's why he's not here with us
That's-
today.
yeah.
He's busy.
they're busy night and day crafting a diploma that's tasteful. We don't want ostentatious.
No.
But we want something that, if it's,
Distinguished.
yeah.
Sophisticated,
Yeah,
but
it's-
not ostentatious, as you say.
And that's going to look nice on your office wall.
It will open doors for you.
if you have an office.
That's right. If not, you keep it in your car.
You could keep it in your car, but
Tape
you
it
know,
in the window with that Rabbit Island decal.
and it would kind of show, just demonstrate kind of the quality of education that we're known for.
We are, and education is not cheap. In fact, we have a motto that our regents, the university, have come up with.
Yes.
Goes something like, they're still working out the exact wording, but Gary, can you read that?
It's education is expensive.
But talk is cheap.
There you go.
There you go. That's our motto.
That says it all.
Okay, so we are starting. It's first of the school season is just about around the corner. However, we would like to say people can enroll at any time.
Anytime.
It's a rolling admission date.
And the focus is on the student. We're
Absolutely.
right.
Okay, it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
You sign up, you send in your tuition, and within minutes, day at the most, you will receive your BS diploma, which is your first step.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there may be some things you have to do.
Yeah.
But
we're working on
You're
that.
working on that.
Yeah. But the focus is on learning in the student. We're not gonna spend a lot of money on sports teams.
You know what? Yeah, what a waste.
Yeah.
Okay, because you end up cheating, and every school's got scandals. We don't have any scandals in the Gary and Mark podcast.
No, we want to be
universe.
scandal free.
We are scandal free.
Yeah.
We're going to remain that way.
No football, no basketball, no big stadiums.
Nope.
No bowl bids.
Not having to support any of that stuff.
Yeah.
We don't have dorms. You'll do this from the comfort of your own home or your car if you're homeless. And if you're homeless, it's not a bad thing to get because
Hey.
you could be podcasting just anywhere.
Yeah, this
have a
diploma
job.
would look nice in your tent.
It would.
Or on the side of the dumpster. Yeah.
Right. And we've all been there. So
Yeah.
we want to appreciate those people and know we're trying to help them pull themselves up and make a new life for them in the podcasting world. So we hope you'll tune in. We'll have more info as we have other episodes. But so check us out on GaryandMark.com. That's where you can find those wonderful Rabbit Island Resort decals for your car or wherever you wish to put them. The only place in the world you can buy them. And we also want you to, we want a shout out for you. So you can get a shout out by leaving us a comment on one of our social media places, whatever that means. I have no clue, but I know we're everywhere podcasters ought to be, I guess. Except that bathroom over there, which is probably where we need to be.
Right.
Because we are old.
Now, there was a question before we close, asking, are we trying to be the Harvard of podcasting?
You know what? Someone had mentioned that to me.
Yeah.
And what would your answer be to that, Gary?
Well, first I gasp,
Yes.
Harvard, it's highly overpriced.
You know what? Overpriced,
Overrated.
overrated.
Over everything.
It costs like $30 for a hamburger in the student
So,
restaurant.
and
I'm
that's
sure.
that's not where we're going. And I mean, let's talk about Harvard could never beat Clemson at football.
Never.
No.
Never. So we don't have to worry about that.
No, I think we are more like the Mayo Clinic
We are.
of podcasting.
Where you go when you want to get yourself fixed
That's right.
or something like that.
Yeah, that's us.
All right. Well, we're going to have to sign off. It has been a fun episode.
Yes, it has.
And we'll be bringing you more information, but you do not have to wait. You can enroll now.
Back to school.
Back to school at the Gary and Mark Podcasting University, and you too can have a bachelor's in science, BS
Yes.
degree from our university.
And we want to take your pod where it's never gone before.
That is true. That's another good saying. That
Yes.
could be our
Yeah.
extra motto. So I am Mark,
I'm Gary.
and this has been the Gary and Mark Show.
Thanks for listening.
Tell your friends, share us with all your buddies. We'll see you in the next episode.